Hi guys, welcome to Robin Hood Diaries yet again. 1,500 plus shows later in what, less than 8 months. How are you? I know, rhetorical, you can't answer, but I hope you're well. I'm doing well relative to 5 minutes ago or yesterday. Kind of try and live in the moment. Anyway, previewed the show as, again, you know me on my previous, I don't know, like high school camping trip on drugs as a punk rocker. I think that's what it was. Okay, let's get started. So, 9th grade rolls around. Very early in 9th grade, I break into a set of folks that became my besties in the whole wide world, and a couple of which saw me through that infamous year where I wasn't allowed to have a life at 14 because I was being ushered into what became a very conservative franchise. And now I'm being kicked out of my union, and I'm, a sort of diet blacklist. Anyway, whatever. So, total digression. So I've been phobic about school trips ever since after elementary. In my elementary, we went to the high Sierras. We slept on basically the ground, and we had nothing but backpacks with unbelievable views. So I loved it in elementary. But once I hit Crossroads and I was called an FAG the first day and teased mercilessly through 7th and 8th grade folks who weren't there or didn't notice, particularly in 8th grade, we went to Caligula and places like that where it was absolutely mandatory because it was junior high. And again, it was, the second one was a nightmare. I mean, I was teased mercilessly. If it hadn't been for my bestie and one other good friend of mine, Valerie, I wouldn't have made it. So 9th grade rolls around. I'm now in like Flynn with my pack of besties. At this point, I am full tilt, having jumped into black jeans, Doc Martens, and everything but rosaries tied around my boots, tattered acrylic sweaters, crucifixes, and spiky hair and everything. So we have to go on this one last, for me, mandatory school trip, 9th grade. The other 10th, 11th, and 12th I got out of, come hell or high water, by hook or by crook. But this is 9th grade, and I am fully now into my bad boy mode. And I have to go on this trip to like frigging, where do we go? Oh, cross-country skiing trip. Okay, now let's put Sean into that context. Now, number one, I take the rap for all drugs. No matter what has ever happened back then or now or whatever, I took the rap for the drugs. So anything that I mentioned drug-related, let's on the record go on the assumption that it was just me, okay? Because that's how I roll, including bringing them, or bringing anything. So, that being said, we're on a bus, me and my 3 besties, and also my sort of bestie that was kind of fading away because to be honest with everybody, I didn't want him to be mixed up in what I saw coming as my scene. It was a bad scene, and I didn't want good people to inadvertently drag them into anything in the event horizon of a bad scene, and that's where I was headed. So 14 rolls around, I'm full tilt like this little punk rocker boy. I've got my Sex Pistols cassette, and I'm headed on this nightmare trip cross-country skiing in freezing weather, 2 feet of snow. I don't know what Crossroads was thinking. So Sean brings a bag of hash brownies on the bus. So me and my besties, I can't get around that one, guys. We eat the hash brownies.